What I want you guys to realize is that Christianity works just like politics, okay? So, for instance, in Christianity, they give you guys like this, they give you Justin Peters and others like him. And what he'll do is he'll pose as the good guy, right? Just like the last Trump. And what he does is he calls out the obvious. That's all he does. He has called out people like Catherine Crick, Kenneth Copeland, these crazy wackadoodle people here. And this is what Joyce Myers, the faith, healing, prosperity stuff, the obvious things, right, to make him look like the good guy. But then what does Justin Peters do and all the others like him who are infiltrators? They're shills when it comes to a real subject, just like this. You see that? The final experiment to settle the flat earth debate. Okay, and I don't even have to watch this because I know he's going to go against it. I already know this. They are not allowed to give you the real truth about the things that are much deeper in discernment. Flat earth is simple to understand. It's very biblical. It's the only biblical option, and it's scientific. But this is what happens. So you have to understand people like Justin Peters and even John MacArthur. This is who they give you, the system, the Illuminati system. And at the end of the day, they probably all go behind the doors and shake hands, just like a good game. He probably is good friends with people like Todd White and Catherine Crick and Kenneth Copeland. They're all buddies, all in on it. And this is what they do. They play both sides. And you can see this easily because of what I'm saying, is that all he does is call out the obvious. That's all he does. It doesn't take hardly any discernment. You don't need Justin Peters to tell you most of the things that he tells you about all these false, fake ministers and pastors, so to speak. But then when it comes to something that really needs to be shown and talked about, like flat earth, all of a sudden, no, the earth isn't flat. That's right. That's what this is. This, you have to understand, God hates this man, and God hates these people like John MacArthur and all these guys who are given to you to look like the good side. Remember, this is how politics work too. They make a good side and a bad side, but really the good side is a bad side also. And so that you have a choice between dog poo and cat poo, really. But this is how it works. So you get Justin Peters and you get John MacArthur and you get these guys who are supposedly having discernment. But when it comes to real subjects, him and John MacArthur and the majority of the people in the spotlight, they will deny it. They will lie to you. They know they are lying. They are lying to you about flat earth. They are lying to you about other things too. Okay? And this is how this works. I know that some of you would probably be like, oh, yes, but I learned so much from him. And, he seems like such a nice guy. I'm not here for any feelings. I'm not here to make best friends with anybody. I have to tell you the truth and what I know and what God has shown me and with my discernment that is deeper than a lot of people's discernment because I've been doing this for so long and I can see so much. And I'm telling you right now that Justin Peters is a minister of Satan. And you might be saying, you're crazy. Do you know that the Bible says that Satan's ministers are ministers of righteousness? Do you think that Satan's ministers are ministers of unrighteousness? No, they are going to tell you a lot of good things. But if you've been researching and studying things, the way that all these systems work, like religion and politics and the education system, it's all the same. We get what they give us. But when we get the truth or the deeper truths, we have to search it out ourselves. All this stuff like Justin Peters and John MacArthur, who says you can take the mark of the beast and still be saved, it's junk food. It's religious junk food. It's topical, and when it comes to real subjects that are very serious, like flat earth and the mark of the beast, these guys lie to you about it. Job chapter 38, verse 14. The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Forget about what Justin Peters says. Believe the Bible. Number 4972, to seal, as you can see on the bottom here, it means properly to seal with a signet ring. You see that? Properly to seal with a signet ring or other instrument to stamp. A signet ring. What is a signet ring? This is a signet ring. A round, like the circle of the earth in Isaiah 40:22, flat ring. And it is stamped on clay. That is how the earth is. And you have the outer walls of the earth, the ice walls around the edges. Not oval, but it's round. Just like this signet ring. Look it for yourself. It's this simple. This is as simple as it is. Job 38:14. Earth takes its shape like clay under a signet ring. But Justin Peters will lie to you to your face all day long. And of course, you have the Bible telling us that we have a firmament or some type of dome structure that covers the flat earth like a tent for us to dwell in. Again, Isaiah 40:22. And the sun, the moon, and the stars are inside this dome, this solid thing. That's what firmament means. I don't know what it's made of, not worried about it. And the sun and the moon are much smaller than they tell us. And they're the same size. And that's in the book of Enoch. So again, this is a very important subject that these guys will not talk about it because they cannot talk about it because they were put there for spiritual junk food. So you have politics working in the exact same way. It's all one big entity. It's all of the devil.